Hey guys, we took a short break, but we are back with another segment of the gaming news of the week. So because I'm limited on time, I want to share what's really worth your time and money. I'm also a huge gamer. I'm always keeping up with the news. I know practically everything that's coming out, what's going to be coming out, even the rumors. So I started this here to kind of give you guys my react on what I think's been happening in the whole gaming industry. If you're new, we are growing. My goal right now is 500 subscribers. Getting real close. If you like the video, feel free to subscribe, hit the like button. Anything helps us out, and I really appreciate it. So one of the biggest, I would say, is like surprise news that happened was the Sony State of Play. This is something that I had no idea was coming out. All the hype I've been seeing has been about Xbox and kind of what they're doing, which I'll talk about later. But Sony, I think, dropped a State of Play that was just half an hour long and really didn't come with that many surprises. Overall, I'd say it was a little bit mid. One of the big things that they decided to focus on was this game called Conquered that's coming out. And this is basically, it was 10 minutes long. The whole State of Play was 30 minutes. So I'm not sure what genius decided that, this would be the thing they wanted to focus on. And two, it's really a game that's in kind of like, I would say, a dying genre. When Overwatch first came out, I think Paladins and some other games had come out trying to basically be Overwatch clones. Overwatch honestly beat them. Those games were not that good. Overwatch was better. Now Overwatch has just been really just wrecking itself with its update. I think Overwatch 2 was really whatever. I think it's lost, a lot of its player base. Not that many people are playing it. And for some weird reason, companies have decided that this is the time to make our Overwatch clone. So Conquered is basically going to be another 5v5 team shooter, and the whole thing was really just like some weird story cutscene. It was a little corny. It didn't show off that much gameplay or anything, maybe showed us what their abilities were, but really overall like a weird waste of time. I'm not that interested. We've already got the Marvel one coming up, which looked pretty fun, but nothing that I saw there really hyped me for that one. On top of that, they showed off a Dynasty Warrior game, something that I've kind of been curious to play. Every time I've played it, I just haven't been able to get into it. I think there's like a niche fan base for that one. And speaking of niche fan bases, they showed some VR titles. I'm a huge Alien fan, so the Alien VR game looked really cool. But I got my VR headset. I don't have the PlayStation one. I have like that Meta Quest, but it really just collects dust. It was a real cool novelty at first, but it's just, once I got past the motion sickness, there really wasn't like a game that I was itching to play on there. And that's kind of been my biggest issue with VR. There was a couple other things that they mentioned that was a little expected, a little unexpected. So I'll start with the big hitter. God of War Ragnarok, the sequel to the God of War reboot that they did back, I think, on PS4, is now out, or will be out, I would say, I think September for PC. So everyone saw this coming. The first one got a PC release. Now we've got the second one with a PC release. The only issue here is, for some weird reason, I'm just not sure who's making these decisions, but a PSN account is required for this game, even though there's no online gameplay. So because I took a break from these videos, I haven't really had a chance to talk about this thing. The PSN account thing started with the Helldivers 2 debacle. So Sony basically had a cash cow that was unexpected with Helldivers 2. Everyone was playing it. Everyone loved it. People were spending money on it. And all of a sudden they decided, hey, we've sold this game to all these people. We're going to require a PSN account. And for some reason, I'm not sure, what that reason is, but PSN accounts aren't allowed in every country, but the game was being sold in every country. And that's what started an issue. Immediately it was like quickly downvoted, really bad reviews on Steam, to where the developers apologized and we're able to work with Sony to get it fixed. This is where the community, I think, stood together and made something really cool happen. For some reason, Sony's just stuck to their guns on this. Ghost of Tsushima, which just came out on PC, requires this account. So if you're in those countries, I don't know them off the top of my head, but if you're in those countries, you're not going to be able to play the game. Same here with God of War. If you've played the first, you're looking forward to the second one, you weren't able to get a PS5, or you don't care to because you have a PC, guess what? You're not able to finish this story out if you live in one of those countries. It's like, I know some people are going to say, oh, it's just an account. It's no big deal. But it does affect people that live in those countries. And I mean, on top of that, it's like, who really wants to get spammed like crazy? I mean, I have an account. It's because I have a PlayStation. I think I just archive or delete those emails. I think I've unsubscribed. I just don't really care. I get enough spam. And I mean, to make matters worse, it's almost like some marketing manager's like nightmare, right? Some power trip that's happening here where he really just wants you on these email blasts. And it doesn't matter just how many downvotes happen, what's been happening with the community, the uproar, even just screwing people out of playing a game that they bought with Helldivers 2. Sony was just up and ready to do it. And I think the only reason that got changed is because I think Steam at that time was actually refunding people, that had bought it, because it's like, hey, my access is about to be gone. I spent $40 on this game, and now they're requiring a PSN account, which isn't allowed in my country. So that's probably why it got fixed. And I mean, it's overall just screwed up. I don't know what it's going to take to end this, but again, they're sticking to their guns, and it looks like they're dropping that on God of War as well. So they did talk about some other games. I think we've got a Astro Boy game, or Astrobot, which is kind of like their new mascot. It came with like a free game on your PS5, which really shows you the ins and outs of what the controller is capable of. I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, it looks kind of fun. Silent Hill 2 remake will be coming out later this year, I think in October for spooky season. I've never played the Silent Hill series, even though I've been playing games since like the Super Nintendo days. So I'm going to give that one a shot. And I think on top of that, we've got a couple betas and things like that happening. So Path of Exile 2, the supposed Diablo killer, will be coming out as well. I'm excited to play that. Everything I've seen looks fun. And then you've got the Marvel Rivals, or whatever it was called, Marvel Legends. I'm not sure what it was called, but that game's going to be coming out with an open beta on PlayStation in July. And I mean, everything I've seen from that actually looks fun. I've heard some good feedback. I didn't get a key, way too small. Don't forget to subscribe, but help us out, right? I really wanted a key. I was just not going to pay $50 to play that game. People were out of their minds selling it. But again, looking forward to it. And I mean, I'll play it on PlayStation because I really just want to see what it's about. Overall, it was honestly really underwhelming, and it really just felt like they kind of wanted to get something out before Xbox did their big release. And I mean, Xbox has just been hyping the shit out of Black Ops, right? I mean, to no end. It's almost every day I see something new. And I mean, speaking of Xbox and Call of Duty and what's happening, here's a weird story that I haven't seen since, I think I was a kid. These stories just pop up here and there, but it's always just a matter of time before, shit like this happens. There was that horrible mass shooting that happened, I think, at a school in Uvalde, Texas, or Uvalde, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but whatever scummy lawyers have just convinced parents that they need to sue Activision, let's not worry about mental health, let's not worry about guns or anything that, might matter, right? Let's come for movies, let's come for video games, right? Screw movies and books. Video games are the problem. So this has happened since forever. I think since like GTA 3, we constantly see this. I think when San Andreas came out, same issue. Some weird politician, some lawyer just has this like weird, insane obsession with just painting video games as an issue, despite like every study really just showing that, this isn't really the case. And I mean, fairly, if you want to come for video games, let's get rid of TV, let's get rid of books, let's get rid of movies, right? I mean, so much happens, right, with action, with, shooting. And I mean, there's even like crime movies that are made, right? And I don't know, it's weird. I think it's sad. I think it sucks that people like that, that have gone through a lot are just in a way being taken advantage of or being used like this. So, random story. And eventually I'm hoping stuff like this just goes away and people just realize media is media. And, it's not the games that kill people or movies or books or whatever. It's really just people that kill people. And that's the issue. So with some more Call of Duty news, they have been, like I said, hyping the shit out of Black Ops 6, right? Black Ops 6 is just everywhere on my Twitter feed. There's always something new. They dropped some teaser trailer. You've got Daddy Bush in there. You've got Saddam Hussein. They're hyping this one up a lot. I think some content creators got some free swag. And right now, I think in Warzone, there's even like a little teaser before you drop in. I haven't really had a chance to go back and kind of play Season 4 of Warzone. I'm on and off, playing a little bit of Call of Duty multiplayer when I feel like it and then jumping into Warzone. But those sons of bitches have got me. I mean, we are definitely past military shooters now. There's no going back. And I mean, they're getting me right in the member berries as a childhood fan of this series. But we've got Gundam skins coming to Warzone. and it's going to be really, really, really hard for me to not want to drop any money on the skins. The skins look awesome. I mean, we've gone into Fortnite territory at this point. It's wild. They've got weird, giraffes and things like that, and dog skins. It's over. Military sim is gone, and we're here and we're playing with Gundam skins. And shitty thing is, I mean, you're not going to be able to see it unless you do an execution, but that's not going to stop people from playing. I'm going to be really, really, really tempted to check them out. And I mean, I'll show a video here. They look sick. They really do. And God, they really know what they're doing. To kind of just give some perspective. I mean, I've played every Call of Duty that's come out, good or bad. Most really end up being pretty bad, but it's that Twitch shooter, right? It's that comfort game that you buy that you're going to get a month or two out of, play some online multiplayer, maybe come back, play later. Warzone has given it a little bit of different life, right? I mean, it's, still works. It's fun to just hop on and play. But to be honest, guys, as someone that's played every game, Black Ops is really where I think story works really well. It's usually the most in-depth, they're fun. And then on top of that, I mean, the multiplayer, Treyarch is usually the company that works on that. And I mean, they nail it. They nail zombies. They nail the multiplayer. I've had the most fun with Black Ops. And I hate to say it, but Black Ops 6 actually might be pretty good. They haven't dropped, I think, a game in a while. So I'm hoping this one's had some time to cook. And, it'll be a great game. I mean, with even more news on that, probably missed this, but it's also confirmed as a day one Game Pass game. So for anyone that's subscribed to Game Pass, whether it's PC, I think, or console, you're able to play Call of Duty Black Ops 6 as soon as it comes out, day one. Microsoft really wants to make their money's worth with what they spent acquiring Blizzard and Activision. So, I mean, this was kind of expected, not that big of news. It was a matter of time before this was going to happen. And for people like me that have Game Pass, awesome. I mean, I get it. $10 a month for a whole year is $120. You could just buy the game for $70. But if you have Game Pass, you don't have it for just one game, right? It's just a bonus. You get to play that as well as a bunch of other games. And I will be real with you guys. I cancel maybe 3 or 4 months out of the year because I'm busy with other games. Other things have come out and it's just not getting any use. So for someone like me that plays Call of Duty kind of on and off, perfect. I'm excited. I'm glad it's on Game Pass. So the last thing I want to talk about, and this is subscriptions, but it's just not a news video unless I can't shit on Ubisoft in some way. And it's another weird decision in just the amount of crazy decisions that they make, I think almost week to week. So there was a game called Rainbow Six Siege that, I'm gonna be honest, I try-harded my ass off. I was sweating every day. I was playing ranked. I had a team that we were playing with. I had so much fun when this game first came out, and it was a blast. It really was. I think it's a great shooter. Kind of fell out of it now just because of other games, but I think it's still popular. There's a lot of people still playing. They're constantly making updates. There's a battle pass system now. I mean, they've kept this game alive, and they're making money on it. For some reason, though, it's just not enough money. So this game, which keep in mind is not free, is now going to have a $10 a month subscription that's optional, but comes with all these bonuses. I really don't care to list them, but I'm gonna play a video here just for you guys to see. They got booed hard when they released this, and I mean, I think that's good. They really, really deserved it here. And it's people are gonna say, well, what's wrong with it, right? If you don't like it, don't buy it. But let's take it back a step. The game is not free. On top of the game not being free, you have to pay for these operators, right? Unless you want to earn them real slow. On top of that, we've got a battle pass that's practically, I think, monthly. On top of the battle pass, you've got a store with different skins, different releases. I mean, it is monetized at this point like a mobile game. There is just every freaking way to buy something. And I mean, they've got a subscription, which is $10 a month now. I think it's similar to the Fortnite subscription, but granted, Fortnite is a free game. This game is not free. And again, you can hear the boos.
So how is it? Each month, as a member, you will have access to the premium battle pass.
So keep fighting the good fight, guys. Keep it up. I think it's the only way we can get something like this done and kind of just stick it to these guys by boycotting. I mean, it's not worth buying this shit at all. So that wraps it up for my gaming news video. If you liked the video and you want to see more, Definitely hit the subscribe button. Like I said, we're nearing that 500 goal. I appreciate every like, comment, interaction, dislike, whatever it is. And I'll see you all in my next video. Thanks, guys.